What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to go to space in the Galacticraft mod for, I think it works for all versions of the mod, but today I'm in 1.6.4, which is kind of an old version, but it should carry over. So yeah, today we're going to be doing it in 3 stages. On-hand items, which is the stuff that you want to keep on you during on your time on the moon, and then the general items that you need to physically place down or just like keep in like a chest or something, and then your actual like rocket stuff, like the stuff that will take you to space. So yeah, let's get right into it with the on-hand items. So first, you will need some combat stuff. The mobs on there on the moon are really hard. Not really hard, but like they're tougher than the mobs here. So you'll need a diamond sword or better, and at least a bow, because the skeletons have like dual bows, and ranged fights are easier than close combat. And then you'll need some pretty good armor. The heavy duty armor is not that hard to get, and it's really powerful. It's better than diamond. So yeah, it's just a really good armor, and it's easy to make. It's just compressed steel. You'll need a lot of food because you can't really grow, or you can grow stuff, but it'll just take a while. But you need a starting food supply, which I put some steak in here just to, you could do other foods, but, and then next is glowstone torches. So regular torches don't work on the moon. I'll show you guys that later. I'll put a torch in my hotbar so I don't forget. So yeah, so you need glowstone torches, which is just one glowstone dust and one stick. This emits light on the moon, while normal torches just get put out because there's no oxygen. So that's all you need for your hotbar stuff. This is the optional bit. You can have a flag as well, just to plant on the moon. So yeah, I'll quickly turn my game mode to survival, and show you this menu here. This is what you'll need to put all your gear in. So there's the oxygen mask, the parachute, and the oxygen gear, and the heavy duty tanks, heavy oxygen tanks. Anything less than the heavy oxygen tank. Show you. Uh, these have like 1800 air and 900 air. This one has 27 air, so that's a little less than double the medium oxygen tank. Which like if you're going to want to explore and find the dungeons on the moon, I would recommend a heavy oxygen tank. And then this is the optional thing, the frequency module. So you can't hear sound in space. In this game, on the moon. So this frequency module lets you hear sound. It's not that important, but that's why it's optional. So I'll put all this stuff where it needs to go. The parachute's not it's necessary, but it's not required. It just saves you from, like, if you fall, like, if it's more used in space stations where you can actually fall down to Earth. So because if you don't have a parachute, and you jump out of a space station, if you don't have a parachute and you fall down to Earth, you will fall and die, and all your stuff will be scattered. Um, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, it's still, I think it's handy. Next, on to the general items you'll need. So this is not necessarily in order. So first thing you need is, I'd recommend at least 5 stacks. I have 6 here, but 5 stacks of any building block you want. Any building block that you want to make your base out of, and other things. At least 5 stacks of building blocks, because you need to build your base quite high on the moon. You need 1 stack of dirt for all the trees that you'll be planting on there. Trees provide oxygen in space, which will be taken in by the oxygen collector right here, and provide oxygen to your tanks and then your bubble distributor. You'll need bone meal to grow the trees. You'll need saplings to plant. Next is food. How you'll be growing food there if you're staying there for a longer duration of time. You can bring 2 water buckets to make an infinite water source. The dirt you can use to plant more farms. The wood you can make fences to protect the crops. And then I find that carrots are like the most bang for your buck type of food item. They give 2.5 food bars. And you get like 1 to 3 each time, each plant. And then next you need a hoe just to plant all that. On to the machinery part. So when you get to space, you're gonna need to plant down a tree, um, and then bone meal it. But you could do 2 trees just to get ample oxygen. You're gonna need to plant the oxygen collector under the trees, and then use the oxygen pipe to wire it to the oxygen compressor and bubble distributor. And then place the advanced solar. Or you can use basic solar panels, but I recommend advanced, just because they generate much more electric like energy. Um, and then you run these solar panels into the energy storage modules, so you can store stuff at night. And then you run those with either aluminum wire or heavy aluminum wire into all these machines. And then that'll start producing oxygen for you to breathe, and producing a bubble so you can take off your oxygen gear inside your base. Next, you'll need some batteries. You can put these batteries in the energy storage modules to charge them. They're just really handy if you run out of power and you need to charge stuff. Um, and yeah. Oh yeah, chests. You just bring as many chests as you want. There's no limit or no minimum. Um, you can. That's just for general storage. The electric furnace you'll probably need. Like it's pretty. Like you'll need some. There's ores on the moon. That you could smelt into. I think there's like. Moon. I don't know, but there's like tin. There's cheese ore, which you'll need to a better pickaxe. Um, and yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff that you might need to smelt on the moon. So I'd recommend bringing one of those. So the rocket stuff. I'll teach you how to plant this real quick. So you place the rocket launch pads in a 3x3 little thing, and it'll turn to this texture right here, and then you plant your rocket right on it. For your rocket, I recommend the 54 storage space. Even though you might not be using all of it, it'll be good to keep some extra storage in there. So for your fuel loader, this is how you get the fuel into the rocket. You need a fuel loader, and then use one of your batteries that you charge from the energy storage module. Put that in there. Put a filled fuel canister in there, and then load the fuel. To get fuel, you need a portable oil extractor and a empty liquid fuel canister, and then find a natural oil deposit, which you'll just find if you go strip mining for a while. You'll find one eventually, and then that'll fill this empty canister, and then put that empty canister with a battery in a refinery, and that'll turn into this refined oil. And the fuel loader, I think, has done. Yep. We can load everything up. Yeah, the refinery right here. I forgot to show that. I can get rid of all this. I can bring all this. I'll load this into the rocket. There's a cargo loader, but I really think that's pointless. Like you can literally just do this, and it's way faster. Like if you wanted to go do stuff. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh, Pat, there's like a little glitch where you can't automatically shift click things and pass this third row. And then we could take our stuff, take our flag, put this armor on. The armor actually kind of looks cool. It looks cooler in a texture pack. So we have our stuff. Our fuel is loaded. That should be everything. It is. I've gone on the moon quite a bit of times, but without further ado, I'll hit the space bar and we'll start going. All right, we just lifted off. I'm not gonna do a full tutorial on how to set everything up on the moon. I'll probably do that on a future video. Uh, yeah, just to save time, I explained everything pretty well when I went through all the checklist. If you just follow my words, you should be good. Yeah, we're about to get the menu to choose where you want to go. I'll run through the space station real quick. I'll run through how to make one of those. It'll give us the menu pretty soon, I think. There we go. All right, so to create space station, you would click Overworld, and then you would click Create Space Station. But you need this stuff in the top right. You can pause the video if you want to create a space station. But I've never really done that before. All right, so we're gonna click Moon, and then we're gonna click Send a Dimension, and then as soon as we get there, we have to hold the space bar, and that looks like on the mini map that is a dungeon right next to our spawn. So if I was actually playing the survival, I would have gotten really lucky. So we'll slowly come down and touch down on the ground. We're gonna slowly come into view here. There it is. Just make sure you don't slam into the ground by not holding space bar. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you this torch thing real quick. All right, so you want the glowstone torches because these torches actually emit light. That's still not very good. And then these torches get put out. They get put out and they're not usable. So yeah, in a future video I'll go over how to set everything up, but I explained it pretty well. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And to get the fuel out of the rocket, I accidentally put the fuel canister away. Empty fuel canister. It's just called canister. To get the fuel out of the rocket, you just put a liquid fuel canister in there, and that's enough fuel to get you home. Uh, the moon is really good in that you can do a round trip with just 1,000 units of liquid fuel. Um, so yeah, the reason why you would want to go to the moon is to get to that dungeon over there. If you see on my mini map, the bottom right of the mini map, that's a dungeon where you can get a tier 2 rocket schematic to get to Mars. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and I'll be back. Uh, I'll be back with another tutorial soon on how to set everything up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching.